morning, y'all. We're here in Toronto. We're at the Bay Street Video. Let's pick up some delayed 4Ks. Let's go. All right, we are back at Bay Street Video. After a week or two, we finally got in the Kino Lorber stuff. The 4Ks have been delayed for weeks. We finally got in today, so that is our main objective today. Just looking at the new stuff. We got Trainspotting on 4K. Probably wait for a sale to pick that up. Those Conan 4K sets, if you can find them on sale, I highly recommend to pick those up because those are some really good transfers. And some other new release Blu-rays here. We got more of the 4K stuff here. Black Cat on 4K, The Creator on 4K, The Color Purple on 4K, the original one, and then some more 4Ks. I didn't know Face Off, the slipcover version, was sold out. All right, we went to the Bay Street Video. We got 4 titles. It's been months. We're finally back at the BMV. So let's check it out. I usually don't go to this place because they don't have much stuff, but you never know. We'll check it out. All right, we're back at this BMV. Long time no see. Haven't been here in a while, but it had dealt a very good hand in my favor. A lot of really decently priced 4Ks with the slipcover, so that was really fascinating to see. Some great stuff, but some things that I didn't really care for. A lot of comedies, a lot of cartoon movies. We got there The Great Wall, Sonic 4K, Passengers on 4K, Lego Ninjago with the slipcover. Some things that were interesting, but again, nothing really too interesting. Death Cure, they had a bunch of those Maze Runner 4Ks. That Star Trek I was interested to get because I had the first one, but that was like $15 without the slipcover, so it was a hard pass for me. Got the Tales of Grindelwald, you got the Dark Tower on 4K with the slipcover. I already have that, but I didn't want to really double dip on that kind of movie because it's not really that great of a movie. We got Candyman, we got Lara Croft Tomb Raider, we got Suicide Squad, the original one on 4K with the slipcover for $9. A lot of really good price 4Ks, $10 4Ks, $11 4Ks. I was tempted to pick up that Suicide Squad because it was so cheap, but it's like I don't like that movie, and I don't. All right, here we are at the second BMV books. Let's check it out. Last one was a hit. Let's see this one. All right, now we're at the second BMV. We got here some 4K goodness. Joker, Braveheart, pretty hard to come by slipcover. Prometheus on 4K, the John Wick 3 4K with the slipcover. Nightmare Alley, great movie on 4K with the slipcover. Wonder Woman on 4K. Dawn of the Dead, not Dawn of the Dead, Dawn of the, I should have picked that up 4K, but I think I thought that was War of the Planet of the Apes for some reason, so I didn't end up picking that up. Dumb me. This is what happens when I'm too focused on trying to film videos instead of actually trying to hunt for stuff. But anyway, that's fine. No love lost. The 4K for the first and second movie aren't the greatest, so I'm not too lost on that. We got Rampage, the 4K Steelbook. We got some Ghost in the Shell 4K with the slipcover, Babylon with the slipcover. Some really fascinating stuff that you don't really see often with the slipcover, so that was really cool. Equalizer 3, Equalizer 2, The Forever Purge, The First Purge, Cabin in the Woods. I already had the Lionsgate 4K Steelbook, so that was a pass for me, but some great stuff here. Thankfully, you know, if you come every other month or so, you'll be able to find some cool stuff. I used to come here every single week just to test my luck, but I was striking out and getting really annoyed from going to Toronto every single week, not finding really anything there. But yeah, this is just the new release section, not the release, but the newest pickups that the store got. So I'm so angry I missed out on that Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but it's whatever. I got the original Halloween release, the 4K. That was a 4K scan of the inner positives, which wasn't a very good scan. I highly recommend you guys get the Scream Factory one. Some more stuff here. Underworld on 4K, Venom 2 on 4K, Dumbo on 4K with the slipcover. A lot of really interesting stuff with the slipcover, which really piqued my interest. It Chapter 2, I was tempted to pick that up, but I didn't really hear the greatest thing, so I'll probably check it out first, and if I like it, I'll pick it up later down the road. Again, looking back at just seeing all this stuff, just to double check, and I'm so stupid, I really thought that was War of the Planet of the Apes, not Dawn, but anyways, I'm going to stop doing that, but that's going to kill me at the end of the day, because I actually did want those movies on 4K. You know, you could probably get the 3-pack for cheaper, it's just, I don't know, I like them individually. And then here we got the normal 4K section, nothing really too interesting. I usually scroll by here just to see what they have, but usually for the most time, every time I check there, nothing really interesting, nothing really cool. You'll find something in the new pickups, but until then, it's not really cool, except with the Blu-rays. All right, we're at the BMV books. Got a pretty big haul. Was not expecting to find a few out-of-print slipcovers, so spent a bit more than I would for just a slipcover, but you know what? I'm so nerdy. It's my only hobby. What else am I gonna do? So we're at the BMV books. Next we're going to the last location, and I'll show you everything I picked up. Let's go. All right, the last BMV here. Didn't find anything, sadly. There's some 4Ks here that I was interested in. Here got some Cars on 4K, the original, not the original Godzilla, but the Godzilla 98 4K. Here we got this interesting Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk, $14.99, great looking 4K. I wasn't really the biggest fan of the movie. I checked it out when I rented, and here's just the pickups, or not the newest pickups at the store. I got a bunch of Vinegar Syndrome stuff, some Blu-ray stuff, some Kino Lorber stuff, but nothing too interesting. I saw this Body Snatchers, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original movie. Great looking slipcover, but Kino Lorber is making their own 4K, so I decided to put that back. So let's go home and I'll show you everything I picked up, because I did pick up quite a few things. Let's go. All right, we are here. We are in the movie room, the new and improved movie room. Moved down finally to the basement. So yeah, now I have my collection behind me. It doesn't look as impressive because this is a wide angle lens, and it makes this, because look, there's a lot of movie. It also goes all the way down. So yeah, anyways, picked up 15 titles, 15 4K Blu-ray goodness, Steelbook, bunch of boutique stuff, out of print stuff with slip covers that I'm very excited to get into. So let's start off with the first bag. We got here BMV. I put in my Bay Street Video stuff in. So let's get into it. Starting off with is the 4K Steelbook. Had to pick it up, of The Raid Redemption on 4K Blu-ray. Was almost about to pick up the 2-pack on Blu-ray about a few months ago, and then it got announced. Well, I think it was a year ago actually, but then the 4K got announced about a month later, and had to pick it up. Love this movie, absolutely fantastic action. If you're in a pure action, hard-hitting, I believe this is a Filipino or Indonesian film, it's absolutely fantastic. Ever since they announced the 4K, I was super hyped to get into it, and it's a bit more expensive because it is an import, but we got it here for 60 bucks on 4K with Steelbook, limited edition. Very excited to add this to the collection and watch it in 4K. I saw the director talking about how he really enjoyed and he approved of the 4K transfer, so I'm excited to see how this looks. The Raid Redemption on 4K Blu-ray, really excited. I also didn't know that Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park did the music for this, so that should be really, really interesting. Now that I'm thinking back of it, it sounds obvious. But anyways, next we got obviously the new Kino Lorber 4Ks that got delayed, and finally we got it here. Next is Scarlet Street on 4K Blu-ray. Don't really know much about it, but it is a Fritz Lang film. Not really the biggest fan of 40s films. I will open my horizons. I've seen a few 40s films that I've absolutely loved. Not really my specific genre, but I've heard good things about it, so I'll keep an open mind. Brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master from a 16-bit 4K scan of the 35mm nitrate composite fine grain, courtesy of Universal Pictures. Audio commentary with film historian and audio commentary with author Strange Case of Dr. Mabuse. No special features, no nothing. All you are paying for is the 4K transfer and a Blu-ray. A bit stingy on the bonus features for being a $31 4K, so that's a bit of a ew, but I gotta pick them up. It's like candy. I gotta have more. So adding to my ever-growing Kino Lorber 4K collection is Scarlet Street on 4K Blu-ray. Next is obviously the next one. Been hearing absolutely horrible things about this movie, but again, being a Kino whore, I have to pick it up every time they release it, and that is The Boogans on 4K Blu-ray. Heard everything, heard nothing but bad reviews for it. I've seen half stars, 2 stars, and people who are more lenient on horror movies giving it like a 2-star. And I'm a pretty big horror fan, but when horror is good, I absolutely love it, but I really don't have a hard shell for bad horror films. When the dialogue is terrible, the kills aren't great, the set pieces aren't creative, it's really hard for me to get into it, and I heard this is all the above, so I'm not very excited about this one, but again, Kino 4K, everyone has their own niche. For me, it's my Kino collection because I just love seeing all those KLs on my shelf. But The Boogans on 4K, brand new HDR Dolby Vision Master from a 4K scan of the 35mm original camera negatives. 2 audio commentaries, one with the director and the writer, as well as the head actress, moderated by Jeff McKay. And then you have another commentary from actor Jeff Harlan and film historian Howard S. Berger. And then finally, we got William Munns, The Man Who Made Boogens featurette. So you got one bonus featurette in this 4K package. Ooh, okay. They're getting a bit stingy with their bonus features, so don't get rid of your Blu-rays or your DVDs, because you're not going to get much bonus features when it comes to these, very sadly. I've been noticing a lot more recently with these Kinos. Sometimes you'll get a really good bunch of bonus features, but recently we've been getting nothing but audio commentaries. And sometimes it's not even from any of the filmmakers or the actors. It's just like a film historian, which I'm not really a big fan of. I prefer people who are actually on the set to talk about the movie, because they have personal stories that they like to talk into. Like any John Carpenter film that has I've said this millions of times, but any John Carpenter film that has a 4K release or any sort of physical media release, and he does a commentary for it, it's always going to be fantastic, because usually the Halloween one with Jamie Lee Curtis, Escape from New York with Kurt Russell, they're all fantastic, and I love those ones. But sadly, it's yeah. And then same with here, Kindergarten Cop on 4K Blu-ray, Kino Lorber, again, Dolby Vision Master from the 4K scan, 35mm original camera negatives, 2 audio commentaries, none of them with no Ivan Reitman and Arnold Schwarzenegger, which I was hoping for. You get 2 audio commentaries from 2 film historians. Again, that doesn't really entice me whatsoever. I'll probably never watch that. And then a theatrical trailer, which I can just watch on YouTube. So again, really disappointing, but hopefully if the 4K transfer is good, I can honestly just watch the bonus features on like YouTube. There's a lot of YouTube channels that upload bonus features from DVDs and that kind of stuff. So it's not love lost, but again, when you pay $31 here in Canada, it's probably cheaper in the US, but $31 here in Canada, that's a sizable chunk of change for a 4K release. That's almost like a brand new 4K release, not like, what's it called, catalog release, and it just comes with nothing. It's a bit depressing, but again, if the 4K is great, I love Kindergarten Cop. It's one of my guilty pleasures, so, and Ivan Reitman, rest in peace, have to pick up more of his films. So, but again, Kino Lorber, fucking whatever. So those are the brand new releases I got from the Bay Street video. Good stuff. Really excited for the Raid Redemption. I didn't talk about the bonus features, but this comes with, now this is how you do a physical media release. Commentary with Gareth Evans, the director. Then you got behind the scenes video blogs, inside the score, in conversations with Gareth Evans and Mike Shinoda of Linkin Park, an evening with Gareth Evans and Mike Shinoda from Linkin Park, and Joe Trapanese, behind the music with Mike Shinoda and Joe Trapanese. So anatomy of a scene with Gareth Evans, so he goes through the scenes and he talks about them. Clay Cat's The Raid TV show ad from 1994, and then theatrical trailers. This is the bonus features I should be expecting from boutique releases. So what's going on, Kino Lorber? I guess they can't really, it's not in their budget to add, or they don't own the rights to bonus features and that kind of stuff. Maybe other, people like, was it Paramount or Universal or MGM owns those rights, and maybe they didn't want to lease them out. Maybe there's music in the background that they can't edit out. Who knows? It's just a bit disappointing again for a boutique release not to have anything in the way of bonus features, like 2 audio commentaries and then trailers, and like that's really nothing. But anyways, not to sour the mood, but then we went to another BMV, and there was a bunch of really great scores here, a lot of really cheap 4Ks. Starting off with is, for $9, I finally pulled the trigger and picked up Warcraft on 4K Blu-ray. Didn't really hear the greatest things about it. I heard David Bowie's son made this, so again, I'm not the biggest fan of World of Warcraft. I really do like fantasy action films, so maybe I'll be getting a bit of Lord of the Rings vibes from this. Who knows? But it was $9 on 4K, so that's pretty good of a price. That's like Black Friday prices. This comes with a bunch of bonus features too, and for $9, I'll give it a chance. No slip cover, which is okay, but for $9, gotta pick that up. And then this is a double dip, but I don't know what to say. It's a bad habit when I love slipcovers this much. I picked up Lara Croft on 4K with a slipcover. It wasn't too bad, $14 Canadian, but I finally completed it with the slipcover. Not too bad for something that was pretty hard to find, at least in my area. But yeah, Tomb Raider on 4K Blu-ray. Actually did really enjoy this film when I saw it in theaters, but I haven't seen it since, so maybe it'll be as good, maybe not better, if not better, now that I've watched a bunch of Alicia Vikander films. So I'm actually really intrigued to see this now. Seeing her other films and seeing how well she can act. I don't really remember much about this. I remember she did a formidable performances. I remember the action being decent, the comedy being okay. But I usually see her in independent films and more indie type, you know, like art house films. This is like a main blockbuster action film, so it'll be interesting to rewatch this again. And then I got here for $11, we got The Great Wall on 4K. Fantastic 4K transfer. The movie isn't the greatest, but you know, you got a lot of big stars in this. You got Matt Damon, you got Pedro Pascal, you got Willem Dafoe, Andy Lau. So I'm really excited to watch this again. I haven't seen this since the theaters. I remember not really being the biggest fan of it. I remember it being the most stupidest like movie ever, but like I love me some stupid schlocky action film. So I'll be interested to rewatch The Great Wall on 4K Blu-ray with dragons and bullshit. Not Mongolian invaders, but dragons is why they made the Great Wall. Another double dip that I got for the slipcover. Don't judge me, please. And that is Shazam on 4K with the slipcover for $10 or for $11.99. That's a lot more than $10. That's $2 more. But Shazam on 4K, really did enjoy this film. That's why when I see it on my shelf and it doesn't have a slipcover, I'm like, this movie deserves more, because it's just such a fun movie. This was like, because I was getting really sick and tired of those drab and boring DC films, like, but then I hated the Justice League. I wasn't the biggest fan of the original Batman v Superman. I do enjoy it, but it's a bit off the top. But this is just fun. It's some decent action in it, and the writing was pretty good. So when I fell in love with this movie, I'm like, oh, I really need the full package with the slipcover. So I found it in the wild with the slipcover. I saw the Steelbook originally, and the Steelbook was going for pretty cheap. It's just, I don't really like the Steelbook. It's just like the Lightning logo. So this one has a nice gloss to it, has a nice sheen to it. One more double dip that people will make fun of me for, but I don't know. What can you say? And then I have the original movie of this, but then I realized that they made a remake, and that is Pet Sematary on 4K Blu-ray for $11. Pretty good pickup with the slipcover. Again, haven't really heard much about this remake. I haven't seen the first one either, but for $11 for 4K with the slipcover for a film I've been meaning to see anyways, thought I'd pick that up. Came based on the novel by Stephen King, directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Widmeyer. So some pretty good actors in this. You got John Lithgow in this, and who else is there? Jason Clarke. So I'll be interested to check this out next spooky season, next spooky Keegan. And then another horror remake, or I guess requel. We got here the Candyman sequel on 4K Blu-ray again with the slipcover. Loved the original Candyman, and I heard this sequel is about the girl's baby. You know, so there, you know, the girl when they go to Cabrini Green, and there's the mother with the baby and the dead dog and that kind of stuff. The baby that's crying, that is, you know, the baby that the girl saves in the movie. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's basically the sequel is his story. And this came out in 2020, and it flopped really hard in theaters, I believe. It is produced by Jordan Peele, so that is really cool. I thought that was John David Washington, but no, it's Yahya Abdul-Mateen II. So again, I heard different things. You know, I've heard like it's a bad movie, but my friend Alex over at Cinema Inspired, I think he said it was a good movie. So I give it a shot for $14 with the slipcover. Thought I'd pick it up, and I really like the slipcover. It's embossed, it's shiny, it's nice, and it'll look really cool with that yellow spine on my shelf. And yeah, and it's weird because this just says Candyman, right? But the French title is like so much longer. You'd think for being like Le Bonbon Monsieur, right? Right, Candyman. But it's Candyman, Le Spectre Maléfique. So, interesting. I want to get into and see the different translations, because different films in different languages have like a longer title to it. Anyways, here we got the last pickup. This is from the Spadina location, or the Queensway location. I think the Spadina location I filmed in there. Nothing really interesting, nothing too cool. They did have the original what's it called? Pet Cemetery, but that was from the Paramount Scares release, and it wasn't really cool. It just had the cat in the front. The spine looked cool, but there was nothing really enticing about the back, and the artwork wasn't amazing, so I didn't end up picking that up, especially for it being, I think, like $18 or something, or $14. I was like, I don't really want to double dip on it because I didn't really like the slipcover anyway, so I put that aside. But we got here 5 more pickups on 4K. This is my most shameful pickup. I shouldn't have gotten this, but I did do a couple trade-ins, so I didn't spend this much money on it, but I am very, very sad to say that I double dipped on Braveheart to get the slipcover, but I paid $18 for this. So, and it's not the greatest condition, but it's still in pretty decent condition. Nothing scratched, nothing there, but it's one of my favorite films of all time. I needed to get it with the slipcover. I did previously buy it brand new when it was on sale, but for the slipcover, dude, and I know I make my own slipcovers, and it turned out pretty well. Like here, oh, now that I have my collection right here. So this was a slipcover I made, and then this is a slipcover that I double dipped on. And honestly, I mean, looking at this in person, it's like, it's not even, I don't see any differences, but I don't know. I don't know. There's something wrong with me. I don't know, but I have it with the 4K now, so with the original slipcover, so yay. And then another film I got here, we got Darren Aronofsky's Mother on 4K. I have the poster for this when I used to work at the theater. I think this flopped, but I've been really recently getting into a lot more Darren Aronofsky stuff, and I also want to make a slipcover for this. But Mother on 4K. I've seen the spoiler. I know what the whole gist is about, which I'm not going to tell you guys because if you want to watch this, I don't want to spoil it for you. But love Javier Bardem. I heard Jennifer Lawrence is pretty decent in this. I haven't really been seeing any really, really good Jennifer Lawrence films. I know there's a few of them that have escaped my memory right now, but I really did like this. And it was $16 4K. Used 4K, no slipcover, but I've been meaning to check this out. I've been meaning to check out the Darren Aronofsky collection, so add another one to the collection. And then I got another one with an out-of-print slipcover, which I'm very, very excited to have, and that is for $18. I got The Predator on 4K with the slipcover. It's the Canadian slipcover, but even still, I'm not the biggest fan of the French Predator and Le Predateur, but yeah, 4K Blu-ray. This was when it was still 20th Century Fox, and I can scan the spine and then use it for my custom slipcovers, which I've taken a hiatus to focus on studies, but it's really, really cool to see this in the wild with the slipcover out of print, so very, very excited to add this to the collection. I wanted to get the whole set with Predator and Predator 2, but honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Predator 2. I do like it because I love me some Donald Glover, but I'm like, how many times do I rewatch that movie? The first Predator, I'd rewatch 10 times over, and especially with Carl Weathers passing, I'll probably watch this sooner than later, but I'm so happy to actually find it in the wild with a pretty decent quality slipcover, no dings, no nothing like that. So this will immediately go in the plastic case. And then 2 more pickups we got here. I finally decided to pick up because it was like $14, and that is The Great Gatsby on 4K. I've been waiting to get this with the slipcover, but for $14, and I wanted to make my own anyways with a different artwork and stuff, I got here A Great Gatsby on 4K Blu-ray. Really excited to check this one out. I own it on Blu-ray, and then I didn't watch it, and then I double dipped it on the 4K. So I guess now better than ever to finally check this out. But Leonardo DiCaprio, Tobey Maguire on 4K, Carey Mulligan, and Joel Edgerton. Very excited to check this out and add that to the collection. And the final pickup of the day is Equalizer 2 on 4K with the slipcover. Mainly got it because it had the slipcover with it, and these things are getting rare and rare, as you know, and you know, it's like, oh, whatever, but I love slipcovers. But anyways, Equalizer 2 on 4K. Then I gotta get Equalizer 3 in the first Equalizer, because they have that 3-pack, but I'm like, I kind of like having them side by side by side. I don't like just having it saying the collection, which is weird, because I know a lot of people like to have with just like a little small pack. But yeah, Equalizer 2 on 4K Blu-ray. I have the first one on Blu-ray. And now I have the second one on 4K, and then I'll get the third one later down the road. So yeah, those were today's pickups. 15 4K Blu-rays from boutiques to out-of-print slipcovers to random bullshit that I picked up because I'm lame and I'm a nerd. But we got a bunch of 4Ks. So that was today's pickup video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure you like and subscribe. That was today's video. Please have yourself a good day, night, evening, afternoon, morning, whenever you're watching this. Please stay safe and God bless. Peace, cheers, long live physical media. See you guys. Peace out.